Hey, what's going on people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be letting you know the dedicated drop spot for the Cursed Wit, a powerful legendary shield you can obtain early on in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'll be telling you who has an increased chance to drop it, give you tips on defeating them quickly, and explain what it does so you can use it where it fits best. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or even follow me on Twitter, and let's crack into it. So the Cursed Wit is a legendary shield manufactured by Pan-Goblin. Don't ask me why it's that big, it just is. You can obtain one by defeating Ribula, you fight around here near the end of the Snoring Valley. Now this farm does take a couple of minutes to set up as you need to traverse pretty much the whole area, but once you've fought them for the first time you'll spawn a lot closer, and it'll only take you about 15 seconds to reach the arena from that point onwards. If you're farming this late game, it's probably a walk in the park, but if you're like me and checking out things on your way through, Ribula is still pretty easy, but the main thing to avoid is his massive area of effect blast that'll knock a lot of your health off. You can avoid it if you're quick enough by running outside of the blue circle, and that's the main attack you need to watch out for. At level 7 with poor gear, it was taking me about 90 seconds to complete, and you'll find freeze weapons to work best. It took me 15 attempts to get a Cursed Wit, and I didn't even have any bonuses to loot luck at all, just whatever the base amount was at level 7, which I believe is somewhere close to 68. You'll most likely have a different experience than I had. It might take you longer, or you might get one quicker, but I'd be interested to hear how long it did take you in the comments below, and how much loot luck you had. Onto the Cursed Wit, how it works, where it works best, and who stole my burrito. Well, it is an offensive shield with a unique part that causes you to deal up to 100% increased damage to nearby enemies and take 17% less damage from nearby enemies while your shield is depleted. You can get other augments alongside it and it doesn't really matter, although I'd avoid Turtle, and ideally you want one with a longer recharge delay to have its effect active for longer. Testing on the targets in Brighthoof, we can see just what that effect is and how close nearby actually means. You can see my damage goes from 57 at pretty much point blank ranges to 102 when my shield's depleted, and drops off from there. The drop off is rather sharp and you won't see a difference beyond say 10 meters or 32 feet, so you definitely want to get as close to your target as you can. It's clearly a shield built for close range and builds which favour health over shields. Ideally you want your shield to break as often as possible to get that massive damage bonus for as long as you can, and be able to survive in those dangerous point blank spaces long enough to actually make use of its unique effect, although it will help while you're down. It's a great shield for all classes, but does synergize well with Berserker, who has a skill that does exactly the same thing with the old ways, and can reduce shields and increase health with unarmored defense. Action skills procced in close ranges like Dreadwind will also deal high damage and work very well with this shield. Other melee focused classes like Stabomancer or melee focused builds will also benefit from it. I can see a Grave Warden focused on life leeching being able to comfortably survive while it's depleted. Overall, the Cursed Wit is a great shield, balanced by making you at your most powerful when you also happen to be at your most vulnerable. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned about the Cursed Wit and how you can get it quickly. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.